Coach K, yo, right here. So much is right. It's been a minute. But it's story time right now, y'all. Story time. It's been so much stuff happening in life. Look, the last major video y'all had for me was, when I found out how African I was. I did my ancestry DNA. And then, life just started occurring. So that was the end of April, not too far after, my born day. And I was just in the room with babe. And regular afternoon. It may have been early morning, but I think it was afternoon. No, it was afternoon. It was regular afternoon. And I got a phone call from my family. And I don't live down the street from my family, so anytime they call, I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on? Especially if you get that second call. So I was like, all right, answer the phone. And it was my brother. And he was calm as could be, like ice calm. And that's strange because that's my baby brother. And we've got about 10 years between us. That's my baby brother. So hearing him ice cold, it's like, oh shit, what's happening? And I got all four of my grandparents still around. That is amazing to be able to have access to all that lineage. I also have a great grandmother that's still around too. She just turned 100 this year. So, when anything goes down with family, I'm like, okay, I got all these older people and life is inevitably going to occur. So, I'm looking for that. And he's like, hey, mom's job just called. They found her unconscious on the floor. I'm going to get Granny and we going down there. I'm like, say what? Now, if you know anything about me, it take me a little bit to process so I don't think I comprehended what he said to me at the time of him saying it. I really don't think I did. And I was like, okay, because I'm thousands of miles away. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. Well, once you find out what's going on, let me know. Can't do shit, so let me know. And I'm like, all right, cool. So obviously, you start calling other families. So I called my sister. And she don't know much of nothing. I'm like, what? Whoa, all of y'all are around. She's like, yeah, I just got in the car. I'm on my way. And she's got hours to drive to get there. So now we both like, what the heck? What's happening? And my brother's driving, so you don't want to bother him. And then he's going to get our grandparents, so you can't bother nobody. And they're an hour away from where my mother is. So it's just a whole bunch of what the hell and waiting. So what the hell and waiting? Because we've got these perspectives or these ideas of what could be occurring. But, when it comes to fucking with your mama, I'm not really perspectiving anything. I need to know what's happening. I don't want a perspective. I need to know what's happening. Is it or is it not? What, right? So it's like an hour and a half. But my brother called me back before he got there because there was this lady at work that was communicating with him. And so they were like, yeah, she's been on the ground for a long time and there's no response. And, the ambulance is on their way or whatever, but she hasn't been responsive. So, of course, I get that information. We go from zero to what the fuck? What you mean she's not responding? What you mean don't nobody know? Obviously, the intelligence in me is, there's only so long after you don't drink water. There's only so long after your brain doesn't get oxygen. There's only so long. So at this point, I kind of think I know what's going on because ain't no answers. You know what I mean? There's no one's answering the questions that are being asked. And it's like, all right, it's either two things. It's either she not here or she real messed up. And so, that started to set in and I find Babe, and it's my first time that I break down. And I just break down because of the unknown, but I feel it. I feel as if I understand what's occurring, and I feel as if she is no longer here. So, processing, because again, it takes me a minute to process. I'm processing. And as the time goes on, they get closer. My brother gets my grandparents, and then my sister, and, everybody's getting closer. And now, the word is that, that's official, so the phone's starting to ring a little bit, and it's like, hey, I heard something going on with your mama. What's up? And so at this point, I go from hurt feelings, like I think while I was taking a nap, my mama was getting ready to take a nap too, type shit. But don't nobody know that, because don't nobody know what I was doing at the exact same time in which she was removing herself from this place. I had laid down on the couch to take a nap, right? And that's what happened. I woke up, because Babe was in the shower. I woke up to that phone call, and it startled the fuck out of me. But the first thing I realized was that while I was sleeping, I think my mama was going to sleep too. So there was a connected tether that was there that was almost comforting. It was almost comforting. Because, obviously you get the shock and you get it's your freaking mama. It's my mom. And although she is nothing but a human here on this plane as well, that's the person who's been with me since I got here, right? That's the person whose life I am living through because of whatever battles and hurdles that she brought into this world when she got here, and when her and my dad decided to, create me. But back to the story. So things are occurring. The ambulance gets there. They do their resuscitation, revive, whatnot. Not happening. I'm pretty sure at that point in time, it's been about 2 or 3 hours. But she's still in her office. My mom died in her work office. The custodian found her on the floor. So, why is that significant in my life? In the midst of all of this occurring, I'm at home going through transition. I hadn't been to work in some months because I took some mental health time for myself. And in deciding what is for me, what am I supposed to be doing? Because I thought I was living in my purpose, I thought I was living in my calling, and I wasn't. And you could have fooled me, because I thought I was on, exactly what I was supposed to be doing, because that's the kind of person that I was. I was the person that did what they were told to do, did what was right for others, because I was just taught that it is for everybody. Everybody is the same, everybody is good, everybody deserves your best, blah, 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 all this shit that I was taught. So the significance of my mom passing away onto the next phase while at work was so significant to me, because what that told me is, or what that showed me, or what that allowed me to see was that is not my path. My mom rest her head in her office on the last day of herself on this planet, giving to others who did not give back to her. You gotta sit there and think about that. Well, you don't have to, fuck, but I have. And I said, I understand what the universe and the tarot and all of these other divinations and everything, all of these messages and synchronicities, I am understanding and overstanding and understanding what all of this stuff is saying and what it means, because that's not why I was placed here. I wasn't placed here to die in a fucking work office doing something for somebody else. And I hate that is the last space that my mother saw on this planet. But let me tell you where the comfort lies, because some people are like, how the fuck are you making this video about your mom and you not boo-hooing? And it's been recent, y'all. What's this? July has been 2 months, maybe 2 months and some change. But I understand what had to take place and I understand what happened. You see, my dad passed away, let's say about 11 years, about 14 years ago now. 2011, my dad passed away. So, hey, y'all, somebody about to come in here and fuck up my story. But my dad passed away about 14 years ago. And you know, the first thing I did when I heard about my mom, obviously, go to source. They know what's happening. Ain't nobody here on this marble gonna answer questions better than what source is. So, went straight to source. Got the news, dealt with what was going on. And then I hit up source because I wanted to know what was happening. All right, y'all, my bad. Got interrupted. Somebody walked in here. I was telling my stories. Where was I? So, I started to ask Spirit because, like I said, Source knows what's happening. The biggest thing that I've learned is that I know nothing, right? The biggest thing. So stop trying to think I know. Stop trying to figure out that I know and just ask. So that's what I did. I just asked. So we get to asking Spirit what's happening. Man, let me tell you, shit start to get crazy. I get the sense that I kind of know what happened. You know, my siblings are in the moment, arriving, dealing with actual body, 3D. Because I know that 5D is around, I'm now starting to deal with the 5D comprehension of this, story or scenario. So what happens is, I'm like, yo, was there someone that was with? So I'm like, yo, is there someone that was with Dad? Are you with Mom? That's the question. And lo and behold, what pops out? Okay, I got this overwhelming feeling over my body. And then, my source confirmed it, that my mom was gone and my dad went to get her. And let me tell you how beautiful that was, because I communicate with my Father. He communicates with me in the clearest of ways. So for him, knowing that I understand what's happening, to have the peace to know that he went to get her, his first true love, her first true love. Because Mom was struggling. I get it honestly from her. She would do anything for anybody, especially if it's to make them feel good, give them something to look good for, she's just an uplifter, even if it's taking everything out of her. And wouldn't you know, I follow suit in that, because I am a giver until life said, hey, you ain't got nothing else to give. Hold on. And life sat me down. Source said, hey, this isn't it. And apparently that's the same thing that happened. When we got the autopsy back, because we're looking for whatever the cause is, what happened. Something had to have happened. Heart attack, stroke, something, right? Something had to have happened for this young lady to not make it out of her work office that day. Got the autopsy back. What's the cause of death? Natural causes. Natural causes. It was her time. And Dad was right there, hand out, welcoming her to a space where she doesn't have to hurt anymore. Okay? She don't have to hurt no more. My mom would do anything for anybody, especially her children. Okay? Especially her children. She loved us how she knew how. Right? She did the best job she could. I'm hearing all these stories, and as I continue to learn, the parents, our parents ain't no shit. Our parents had no rule book. They had no insight. They didn't know anything beyond what their parents taught them. And if you look back in the history of African Americans in this country, ain't nobody ever taught us nothing. Not here. Not here. Not to benefit us. They taught us how to work. They taught us how to work and be happy, and to get a paycheck, and to buy the things that they allow us to buy, but come back to work so that you can keep going. That's what they taught us how to do. They didn't teach us how to raise kids. They didn't teach us how to take care of our bodies. They didn't teach us how to be self-sustainable. They taught us how to depend on grocery stores and whatever they put in there. They taught us how to depend on the man or you know, whoever we work for to get our ends. I'm learning that they even took the female trees away, right? So that they can control the seeds and the germination of the fruits and plants that are here in this country. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. So do I miss her? Every fucking day. I think about her all the time. I talk to her. I would talk to her every day. So now she talks to me every day. My mom shows up in a sign that her and I discussed and agreed upon. And anytime I'm looking for her, God dog it, that sign doesn't show itself. It doesn't show itself. I tell you, Spirit is so good, because while I could be carrying the grief and the processing of losing yet another parent, you only have two. I'm so young, I have none. But I have both of them because they are so much stronger and so much powerful where they are than here with me in this 3D. Because look, shit, I'm trying to get out of here too. I am elevating, I am growing, because this is not it. This is not it. This is not it. And again, obviously I miss her. I miss her all the time. But this plan is so much bigger than her and I. The generational curse had already decided to be broken with me. And the way that the freaking cookies crumble is that her deciding to go is just continuing to help me fight and break that generational curse, because we are not stuck here. We are not slaves to this place. My family and I are not stuck. We are awakening. We are powerful. And it's starting with me. And even if nobody else in my lineage gets it, I do. And they get to see me, and every little piece is a piece to go in and undo what's been done. There's been so much done to us. There's been so much done to us. There's been so much done to me that I am just coming in to realize that it's been done. And it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. It makes me so angry. I tear up all the time because of all the shit that I was taught that I'm being untaught now. But I'm so thankful, and again, I have so much gratitude because I have the wisdom, I have the ear, I have the eye to be able to understand what's happening and to see that this is greater than me. So, y'all, more story time to come. I told you shit's been happening here, but it's all in divine timing. There are no accidents. There are no coincidences. There's only synchronicity and understanding. And that's where I'm headed to, y'all. I'm so glad you're here on this journey with me. Coach K here, so much is right. So much is right. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, give me some commentary. Talk to me. I like talking back. Yo, make sure you talk to me, I'll talk back. I'm a Taurus who likes to talk, so believe that we're here. But I just thank you for being on this journey with me, and I look forward to the future, where we go together. Look, y'all, so much is right. Coach K. Peace.